Hello everybody, and welcome back to another Ghost Recon Wildlands gameplay. I have been missing this game, even though I played a fair amount of it, the technical test actually, and I was just pretty much unraveled by the game. I absolutely loved what I was playing and what they were offering, but we got some more content for the open beta, surprisingly. I didn't think that they were actually going to do this. I thought there was going to be more. It was pretty much going to be the same thing, just for more people to play it. But they opened up another area, not exactly how to pronounce it, so I'm just gonna go with it. Montuyoc, something along those lines. And the difference with this area specifically is that in this game, Ghost Recon Wildlands, as it is, they have areas that switch in difficulty. So they're called provinces. Each province has a difficulty to it. So you want to particularly start in the main area in Itagua, which is the place where everybody starts off in the open beta, and pretty much most likely will be the full game release. That's going to be the first region. It has one difficulty star. When you check your map, it shows you these things. And Montuyoc is 5 stars or 6 stars. I'm not sure what the max is, but it's the max difficulty, and I'm playing it on regular just because I wanted to get a feel for it. I wanted to enjoy the game, not kill myself, and it's a little difficult even on regular. Is actually kind of a challenge in a way because they just swarm you. There's dozens of people, and there's just bullets flying from every direction. They're calling in just constant reinforcements. There's always just helicopters berating you, and there's always like these just ground troops coming out of nowhere very often, and it's fun. It's different. The first area is not that much of a threat, and I understand. Then again, there's a difficult rating. I stuttered, sorry. Yes, there's a difficult rating for these areas. They want you to go into these areas, to the earlier areas, the starter areas, get your skill points up, get your gear, get ready for these later areas that are difficult. They're supposed to be a challenge, and for you to be able to check this out. And this is just some of the scenery of the new area, which I think is gorgeous, by the way. The ocean, or the little lake, is pretty amazing. The little mountain views and stuff like that. I will make a video covering exploration, just like I did for the past area. It might be a little bit longer because I want to travel this entire area and see all that I can see. And going back to the gameplay, this is gameplay for the first 2 missions. There's 6 missions in this area as well, but I wanted to cover the first 2 missions. So it's pretty much long, extensive clips just showing gameplay. But the first area we failed at a fair amount of times because we didn't know how to tackle it. We didn't know which way to go about it. We were kind of confused on what exactly to do, mostly because I guess playing the first area, we were kind of like wondering, oh, well, you can get away with doing certain things, but as it seems like reach into these new areas, there's certain tactics that you were using, certain ways that you were playing that aren't really that viable because you're probably going to get chased down. See, I should have died there on like a later difficulty. I probably would have took 2 or 3 shots and died, but yes, this is exactly an example of what I was saying. We got caught once, and there were just constant people. There was the Unidad, which is the police force, and then there was the I'm not exactly sure what these guys are called, but they were all over the place. They were just swarming everybody. There's turrets everywhere. It was just crazy because in seconds, there was probably 2 or 3 people on base, and all of a sudden, just boop, everyone comes out of nowhere, and it's fun. It's a lot of fun. Me and 2 of my friends, we started playing for a bit last night. We played for probably like 2 hours, and most of it was driving. Again, the traversing in this game is a lot of traversing. There's a lot of driving. There's a lot of pathing, from point A to point B. But there were some moments where it would be like, oh, why go here? Oh, I go here instead. This place looks pretty cool, and the scenery is beautiful. Once again, I cannot get over how good the game looks, in my opinion. I know that previously it probably would have looked 10 times better, but as it stands right now, as the game looks, open beta, from what I played a technical test, there doesn't seem to be much of a difference, except there were some gameplay changes, things like that. They made the difficulties more difficult, so stealth should be a little bit more rewarding, and breaking stealth should be a little bit more, what's the word for it? Taxing, I guess. When you break stealth, you actually break stealth. This is kind of your fault. This, you got spotted because you were just in plain sight, things like that. There are some moments that I've had so far where I would get spotted when I was prone behind a wall, which kind of makes no sense. I mean, if you're not, I'm like, basically, there was 1 or 2 scenarios, and probably even in the video, where I was prone behind a wall and I was a building or 2 above a person and they would see me. So, Hopefully that's just a bug. That's not something that actually makes it through, because that'd be a little bit of a bummer to attempt to stealth an entire mission and suddenly just get caught because they probably saw a toe, or there was just something that they shouldn't have saw. That seems to happen a lot. But we took a various amount of tries to get through this mission. It was probably actually the third or fourth try. Mostly, again, because this mission is multi-area. That seems to be what this location is. There's a lot of multi-missions here. And I mean a lot is, we did 2 missions, and both missions had multiple objectives that you had to tackle at once, instead of the first area, which was pretty much clear this, do that, pick up this, things like that. So it seems like probably each province might have different types of missions, which is cool. You want diversity in your game. That's very nice to have that. And I'm glad to see that they're offering these type of things where it's not just, oh, you go to the next province and it's the same missions, just more difficult. And the side missions seem to be a little bit of the same, which is pretty much no problem with me. They're side missions. They're fun for what they are. The customization, pretty much the same in its sense. Not really much of changes from what I saw. It pretty much looks like the same amount of content that there was in the technical test. Pretty sure in the in the full release, they might have more content. I'm hoping that they have more content for customization, because I think that it's great, but 2 or 3 more things wouldn't hurt. But even if it releases the way that it is now, I still think it's amazing. I still think there's tons of customization for you. Me and my friends all had different type of looking characters. One of us looked more soldier-y, when I mean soldier-y, I mean like the lumberjack beard and a tank top and all camo clothing, things like that. And then me, I wear the hoodie, and I had like a tack vest and stuff like that, and goggles. So I was the one that was very, I guess they call it tactical. And that's exactly what I like, is that you could have your own operator, you could have your own ghost in a way, and you can make them look how you want to look. You can make them play how you want to play. You get the different abilities that you want to do. So that if you guys want to focus on certain things, if you want to be more of a recon guy that, his drone lasts longer, goes farther, and it could do different types of things. It could do EMPs, things along those lines. You could be that guy, and then your teammates could do other things. And this is one thing that I am excited about. I didn't even realize that this might have been even an option in the game, and that's tackling different objectives at multiple times. So this kind of harkened a little bit of a Crackdown 3 vibe to me, because when Crackdown 3 was first announced, they were showing gameplay of having your entire friends, not entire friends. I think it was for 8-player co-op. I'm not sure exactly what they're aiming for, but when they first talked about it, they were saying that you were able to do, let's say you have 8 people and in your co-op session, and you guys were supposed to take down multiple bosses, or there was multiple objectives that you were all supposed to hit. You could all load up your gear, your equipment, do what you gotta do, and then each one of you go to a different objective and then hit it at the same time, so that not, one person hits on one objective and then the other 2 locations are alerted because of the fact that they were hit in one area. So now they're, maybe these other 2 areas are gonna get hit. So I like that. I like that there's this this sort of level of gameplay. There was a little bit of miscommunication, sadly, in this mission. So one person killed one person killed their training officer before I could get mine, and that was the point of this mission, was to get 3 training officers. And I didn't even realize this. I guess that they just ran and just pretty much killed it. But I was taking it super slow, and that's just a thing of mine. I take it very, very, when I play a stealth game, I go pretty slow, because I want to make sure that all of my footsteps are not for waste. I want to make sure that I don't get caught. I don't want to get what's the best word for it? Spotted, I guess, right before I'm gonna get to the objective. So there was a few scenarios here where I could have got spotted, but I was, first of all, the jammer. The jammer was pretty much messing me up in all situations, because I really wanted to just get in there, spot 2 or 3 people, and then move on and do the same thing, repeat. But I couldn't get the jammer in there, so I had to do it, pretty much manually. I had to go in there and look around, which is perfectly fine with me. I like that. I like that they added jammers, because it's a little bit of a gameplay change. There's not a lot of games that are like that. Again, it's a little thing. It's just overlooked. A lot of stealth games that you can play, that they will give you these abilities, these little gameplay nuances that you can do, but then they want you to rely solely on that all the time. They want you to do this repeatedly. But there's no way to counter that. The game doesn't give you a hindrance. It's not like, oh, you relied on this, but we're going to take it away from you now, and we want you to abuse and use another tactic for this mission or something like that along those lines. That's not something that happens a lot. I think the last couple of games that I played that did that were, Dishonored or Division, even because in the underground missions for the Division, there are jammers that you can destroy, obviously, but you have to find them. They just make you basically unable to use your abilities. So if you wanted to scan the area, you gotta look for the jammer first and then scan the area. So it's little things. It's nice though. Hopefully, we will see. I know there's a lot of gameplay server issues right now as it stands, so a lot of people are having trouble getting into the game to even want to play it, and that pretty much sucks because this is the open beta. The game's launching soon, and there's a lot of people that were really, really either on the fence about this game or they didn't know what to do about this game, so they wanted to try it out because it's free. Why not? And they can't even try it out because the servers are having issues, and that's just some Ubisoft stuff, of course. But still love the game. Hopefully, Ubisoft pulls it together and they do something to fix what is going on, and it is not that much of a problem, so that for the next, at least for Saturday and Sunday, people get their hands on the game and they can play. So as of right now, this part of the mission, this is one of my friends got spotted, and they took out both of the lieutenants, and I just was taking it slow, and I was like, oh, I should actually tackle the objective and take care of this. So I wanted to make sure that the turret and the sniper in the building didn't come out and alert the rest of the people in my base. I wasn't sure if my base was alerted at the time, so I wanted to make sure that, again, I took it slow and got out of there in one piece. The scenery at nighttime is still my favorite. I still think that it looks 10 times better than the daytime. I still hope that they incorporate some type of fast-forwarding system so that if you wanted to, you could do all the missions at nighttime. I don't think that they will at this point because the game launches in about 2 weeks, maybe a week. Maybe it's part of the game that they just haven't incorporated for whatever reason, but at this point, I doubt that it's going to be an addition because the game's so close to launch. I'm pretty sure it's golden at this point. Anyways, yes, I hope you all enjoyed the little video for today. I wanted to upload this video last night, but I was playing so much and I just got stuck playing it, and I recorded a fair amount, so yeah, I will be uploading an exploration video again, just like I did with the technical test for this area. I really want to explore this area and see the sites, see if there's anything interesting or different here that isn't in the first area. There will probably be another glitch and people will be exploring the other areas again unless they found a way to fix that. Either way, Ghost Recon Wildlands launches on March 3rd, and I cannot wait to play it. I cannot wait to get my hands on it, and I hope that the rest of the community and the players really do enjoy this game because I think that it's going to be fun with a group of friends, and I think it's going to be special. So once again, I hope you enjoy the video. And take care.